It's week number 38 of 260 Minutes, and I'm feeling a little bit uneasy about tonight's set. Not sure why. I think there's a couple of things there that'll go really well, but I think the walks to them might be a little bit long, so we'll see if I can maybe cut that out when I'm in the stress of being on stage. Again, kind of in a three-premise format. I think that there'll be legs on one of them. I'm not sure which one, though, yet. I just get that sort of feeling. We'll see what happens and what the crowd here at Comedy Monday Night tells me.
I have to do a show for a high school on Friday night. Really? High school? Wow, we had very different reactions in high school. That's bizarre. It's for this sports tournament. I don't know what it is, football or... No, not football this time of year. I have no idea. Hockey, maybe? I don't care. But they're like, oh, do material about playing sports in high school. But one of the things you gotta do in comedy is talk about what you know. But if that was the case, I'd be better off talking about life as a short Asian man. And that guy's probably better at sports than I was. It was just bizarre. Like, I actually have no... in high school, I hid in the theater for 3 years. I was a drama geek. And when you're in high school, that gets you labeled as like, oh, he's gay. But in our defense, we did not shower together. Even once. Yeah, nobody want to see that either. We're high school drama nerds. So, I do think that I have a life that these, high school students would be envious of. I get to sleep in every day, and I don't have to go to high school. That's something to get through. I was worried when I first got the gig. I was like, oh, what if they heckle me? But then I realized that that'll be their first time heckling. And that's like, nobody's good their first time at anything. Like, it's going to be like when they lose their virginity in a few weeks. It's going to be that bad. Like, it's going to be awkward off the top. They're going to realize what happened. They're going to fumble for protection, and I'm going to make them cry. I originally ended that with, then I'm going to make them bleed. Okay, sticking with cry. All right, that's fine. I updated my Facebook status the other day, relationship status, to confirm that I am dating a girl now, and it was what? Thank you. Fuck you. So royally. That also was every comment that was left on it. Like, what? You? Him? Jesus. Oh, man. We actually had, my girlfriend and I had the longest conversation we've ever had in our relationship about whether or not to update our status like this. We talked for over a half an hour. We haven't talked that long about anything. We've skirted over other important shit. Like, my dad hates you. Valid. I'm surprised you like me. What else is going on? Don't even start there. It is nice of Facebook, though, to give us a step, like a relationship milestone, somewhere in between her meeting my parents and farting in front of each other. It keeps the momentum going. And so she actually did meet my parents, and that was nerve-wracking for me. Like, I was just, losing my mind. I was so nervous about it. Not because of her, but because of my dad. My dad has two personalities. He has Dad, which is like this nice fatherly figure that says weird shit to waitresses. And then he has Bernie, which is a drunk version of that. Where he says stuff that just changes my life in weird ways that are bizarre. Like once, when I was young, he picked me up at my part-time job, but he was sauced, so Bernie shows up, and he's using Keys Please to like drive him and his car home. And as he's talking to the guy about like his buddy in the follow car, he actually says, I've never heard this term before or since. It's fantastic. He goes, "Hey, are you guys butt pirates? Because they plunder booty?" I have no idea where he came up with this phrase, but that was the moment I knew I had to be a comic because I needed to share that with people. More people need to hear that phrase. Once, actually, a few weeks ago, Bernie showed up at a family brunch. And he wasn't drunk at brunch, but it was Bernie, in every way. And I said, oh, I got to go home and clean my apartment. And he says to me, he goes, well, you have a girlfriend now. That's what she's for. And on the one hand, I know that's bad. Like, I know that's wrong. But on the other hand, he's been married for over 30 years to the same high school sweetheart. Like, he might know what he's talking about. Which is disconcerting for me. When my girlfriend and I were talking about the Facebook post, I told her my friends are going to comment, they're going to be snarky, they're going to be, you know, like what happened there? They're going to do that. What? They're going to do that. And they did not disappoint. Holy shit. I got over 20 likes and over a dozen comments on my page. On her page, she got 3 likes, and that's it. Which just proves that she is slumming it right now. Like, all my friends are like, good job, and all her friends are like, are you okay? You see, holding your pet hostage, blink twice. I knew that my friends would comment too, because all of my friends, one of the reasons we're friends is because we share the personality trait that we cover our happiness with sarcasm. That's what we do. That's why we like get through the world, and that's why we're friends. We have that in common. That, ironically, is also the trait that is the reason why this is the first time I've had to update my relationship status. Oh, that was just a sentence. That wasn't a joke. Okay. Those were just words. All right. There was a man in my hallway of my apartment building the other day, yelling the C word very loudly throughout the hall, through a door apparently. No, not cats. I'll say it, but you're not being that bad yet. Her, no? Okay, fine. He was just yelling the C word at it, and I wasn't offended by the word. Like, I don't get offended by words. They don't offend me that way. My least favorite word, I'll tell you this right now. My least favorite word is lube. I don't like the word lube the way most of you don't like the word moist. It's just uncomfortable, because for me it conjures images of failing at my job. You know? Like when lube comes out, I've done something wrong. Also, words, the reason I don't get offended is because they're so malleable, like they change over time. Do you know that the original meaning of the word awful meant full of awe, as in amazing, and it changed over time. That's like what rappers did to the word bad. It became good. In Victorian England, there was people just going, do you mean awful awful or awful good? Thought that'd go better. I did call the police on this guy that was yelling the C word in my apartment building, on the non-emergency number. Because calling 911 because you want to get some sleep isn't a really good thing. Yes, 911? Yes, there's a guy in my apartment yelling, I can't get to sleep. Oh no, he's yelling it at a girl. Okay, I'll put on my pajamas, thank you very much. And he says to me, because I'm dating again, he's like, oh, only room for one beard in your life? And so, just publicly, fuck him. Oh.
I would say that 260 went pretty well. Certainly nothing to write home about, but there was a couple of beats in there. I've already had some comments that the stuff about my dad's two personalities, Dad versus Bernie, went well, and some points on maybe expanding the high school stuff. I thought that might have been just something to talk about tonight, but that might be something to talk about for in a continual basis. Obviously, it's high school, so people have the experience and can relate. I'm looking forward to trying most of that again. Again, endings are so tough and don't end on the right beat ever. Tonight I was able to kind of buffer it with older material at the beginning and end, which obviously you don't see on this tape, but it was other 260 stuff from recent weeks, so that's kind of what saved my overall set tonight. But I'm hoping to find a better punch to end my last chunk on tonight.